I wanted to take this moment to introduce, as you all are probably, many of you are aware, is Kendall Davis moved on from Global Genes to another wonderful job opportunity for her, and we're very excited. But that did mean there's some changes in the leadership for the Foundation Alliance. But I'm very excited to introduce or reintroduce you to Amy Grover, who has been with Global Genes since I think nearly the beginning. She's a senior manager in patient engagement, and if you haven't had an opportunity to meet her over the years, I'm sure you'll have an opportunity coming up soon, and she is going to take over the leadership role with the Foundation Alliance and will be your number one person for all things related to that. We're also really pleased to welcome to our team Laura Barroso, and she's a program assistant with patient engagement, and she began with us about 2 months ago, and many of you have been receiving emails and communications or perhaps had an opportunity to speak with her, and we look forward to you connecting with her as well. And so with that, I'm actually going to pass the conference over to Amy to lead you through our busy agenda, and welcome all.
Hi, everyone. Before Amy joins us, just as a reminder, if anyone has any questions for us throughout the webinar, go ahead and utilize your Q&A function on your right-hand side. And if you're having any technical difficulties or any audio trouble, go ahead and utilize the chat function, and you can message the host, and we will do our best to troubleshoot the information. But this webinar is being recorded, and recording and slides will be provided within the next couple of days following today's webinar. Go ahead, Amy.
Great, thank you so much. Welcome everyone, and thank you Meredith, thank you Ashley. I'm looking forward to jumping in this leadership role for the Foundation Alliance, and as many of you may already know me, but if you don't, I look forward to getting to know you. And we have some exciting plans for the Foundation Alliance in the upcoming months. But I'm going to go ahead and jump in because we have a jam-packed agenda and a lot to go over, and quite a few team members that you're going to meet on this call today. We will be going over the Global Genes overview, which we do quite often in our presentations. It may be new to some of you. Laura is going to be welcoming many new members. We have our Patient Advocacy Symposium that we had last month I'd love to go over, as well as the Rare on the Road Tour. Molly's going to be going over our events that are coming up and some exciting news. Ashley will be going over some of our educational resources because, you know, they're there for you to use. I'm looking forward to Ashley going through those. And we have Maureen MacArthur-Hart on the line, and she's going to be going over how to put together a poster presentation. So let's jump in here. All right. Last October, as you know, as some of you may know, Global Genes is entering their 10th year, which is very exciting. The team got together last October to decide, you know, to reevaluate what is our mission, what is our passion, what is our purpose. It was not an easy task, but we came up with our vision and our direction as a team. Really, our purpose and our mission is to connect, empower, and inspire the Global Genes, or the global rare disease community. And I really want to focus on that word connect, especially when it comes with the Foundation Alliance. We really do want to connect us to you, and you to us, and of course, you all to each other. So we'll be utilizing that word quite a bit, you know, when we have some of our outreach that's going on. What is our vision or possibility? Well, it's a globally connected community equipped to eliminate the challenges of rare disease. Not an easy task, but we are up to the challenge. And we want to give you the tools and resources that you need to be able to take your mission to the next step. And that's what we're going to be talking about, you know, in the next, you know, upcoming months, next year. What can we do to help you? Our core values and our passion: we are intentional, we are connection, support, hope, and impact. Really, what we do is very intentional. We want to do every step of the way what is going to help you and is going to move you forward. And we move on here. So who do we serve? Well, we serve you. And Global Genes has put together a pathway, or you're going to see this arrow slide. Really, where do you fall in? Living with a life-limiting condition, of course. Are you an architect of your future health? Are you partnering to drive, to drive research, to drive treatments? Everyone fills a role, and everyone is needed together, as you can see by this slide, to create activation. And that's what we do here at Global Genes. So here's the arrow slide that we talk about, and many of you may have seen this arrow slide. This is not a linear journey for those in the rare disease community, but these are what we came up with as, for lack of a better term, buckets, as that people fall into. You may fall into several, you may fall into one, but where you land and where your passion is absolutely necessary to move the rare disease community forward. So whether you're a disease expert, whether you want to start a nonprofit, whether you want to help your community with awareness, or if you want to raise money for research, whatever you do to move the needle forward is important, most definitely, for the rare disease community. And patients as partners. This is what fascinates me about the rare disease community as the patients and the advocates are getting in there and jumping in, and they're involved every step of the way in the drug development process. And so we put together this slide together to where do you fall into, and where can you connect. So if you have any questions on these slides, feel free to reach out to me and be happy to talk through these slides, or if you have any recommendations, again, let me know. And I'm going to turn it over to Laura, who you probably have been in communications with and who is fantastic, and she's going to go over and welcoming our new members.
Good morning. I'd like to welcome all our new Foundation Alliance members. As you can see by these slides, we have had several new organizations join. This is an exciting time of growth for the Rare Foundation Alliance. I would like to briefly explain the new onboarding process for our Foundation Alliance members. Once a new member fills out the form on our website, they will receive a welcome email with the Rare Foundation Alliance member badge attached, which we highly recommend that you post on your website. From there, we would love to set up a get-to-know-you call so that Amy and I can learn more about your organization and how Global Genes can better support you with your needs. You can then find your organization's name on our Global Genes website. In an effort to get to know all the wonderful organizations we work with, we would like to extend this call to everyone, new and existing Foundation Alliance members. If you are interested in chatting with us, please email me and we can find a time to chat that works best.
Excellent. Thank you, Laura. And to continue on that, Laura and I have been scheduling quite a few calls with our Foundation Alliance members, and we will continue to do so. I absolutely love getting to know our foundation leaders and what they do and what they're focused on and what their passion is, and how can we work together as foundation leaders. And so again, like Laura said, if you're not a new member, you've been around for a while, but you haven't had any contact in a while with Global Genes, let us know. Email Laura, and you'll see her email coming up, and let's schedule a time to talk, because we would love to chat. So I'm going to talk a little bit about a couple of events before Molly jumps in here that we have had and we have ongoing. The first event is the Rare Patient Advocacy Symposium that we just had in May 19th. This event is strictly focused on the drug development process, and this year we broke it up into two tracks. And for lack of better terms, either it's a beginner or advanced track for the drug development process. It turned out beautifully, and we also partner with the UPenn Penn Medicine Orphan Disease Center. And this is every year in May. Put it on your calendar if this is something that interests you, because it is a fantastic event, and it's a great fundraiser as well for you with the $1 Million Bike Ride. Again, if you have any questions, reach out to Amy and I'll let you know, but put it on your calendar for next May. And right now we have our Rare on the Road series going on that we partner with the EverLife Foundation. We had our last one in June 9th in Houston, and that's the picture of the group there that you see. This is something that I recommend that you reach out to your group, and if you have anybody in your database that is near Salt Lake City or near Nashville, send the invitation to them, because it not only allows them to connect with other rare disease community members in their community, but we talk about how do you get involved and what can you do to take that next step as an advocate, because so it can only help your organization to get your advocates there to learn about taking that next step in advocacy, whether you want to go to Capitol Hill, whichever we'll talk about the easy steps to do that, or with Global Genes, and we talk about what it means to be an advocate. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. All right now I'm going to turn it over to Molly Mclaughlin. She is new to Global Genes. We are so excited to have her on the team. She's fantastic, and she is getting to know the rare disease community, and I know she thoroughly enjoys it. She is going to talk about our Denim Dash going on right now, our One Hope Wines, and you may have received our newsletter if you've got wine, and our Rare Patient Advocacy Summit. Go ahead, Molly.
Thank you, Amy. It's nice to meet everyone over the phone, and as Amy mentioned, I am new to the organization and so excited to be a part of this team and helping with the rare disease community, and I feel like I have the best job because I get to plan all the fun. So what I want to start talking about is our Denim Dash. It's our 4th annual Denim Dash that's coming up. The official race starts on July 4th, and we're running the race through September 3rd. Our goal is $50,000 that we would like to raise with this fundraiser. We're getting baby steps right now, but I think that we'll be able to meet and exceed that goal by the end of September. If you haven't participated in the Denim Dash before, I'll give you a little background of how it works. So essentially, it's a virtual dash that you can do from wherever you are in the world. And since it's over the summer, this year we're encouraging everybody to take their T-shirts and bibs and take them on vacation with you and do your dash or your swim or your bike ride from your vacation spots this summer or anywhere else that you'd like to take them. This can be anything from your small office doing a dash together to international offices and everyone getting together as a group to do it virtually. The idea is you don't have to just run a 5K, but you could swim, you can bike, you can go bowling. We just want everyone as a group together to be supporting the Denim Dash. And to get involved, there's 2 ways that you can do that. You can join a team and make a team for your organization, and you can fundraise that way, or you can simply just make donations to a team or to the Denim Dash general fundraising. The benefit for Foundation Alliance is that if your team raises at least $1,000, you will get 50% of those funds raised back to your organization. So we really encourage that, and we're excited that we're able to share that with everybody. And if you have any questions at all, the Denim Dash is up on the website, and you could email myself or the events team. But we're really looking forward to that. The Global Genes office here, we're doing a headquarters race as well, and we're excited to share and post some pictures about that. And then the next fun event and announcement that we have is for our One Hope Wine. So One Hope Wine is a great partnership and organization that we've worked with, and they did a rare wine for us. So I can't pronounce the name, but I will do the short version of the Traminer. Is a wine that One Hope did for us, and all of the proceeds from that wine goes to our Rare Concierge. And we just did a launch event with them, and they are just a great partner and organization to work with who are really excited about our cause and share the same passions that we have. So if you got the email and you're interested, we would love to have everyone sharing this wine and enjoying it together. And this is our wine. Okay, and the last and most important is our Rare Patient Advocacy Summit, as most of you have probably heard about or been invited to, but this is coming up in October. And what I wanted to do is just give a brief overview of what the week's going to look like. So October 2nd, Tuesday, we have some pre-conference things going on. We're partnering with the Child Neurology Foundation for a peer support boot camp and a freshman orientation, meet your advisor, and that will be followed by a reception. On Tuesday, we have registration opening for everyone at 3 o'clock, so go ahead and take your time getting to Irvine on Tuesday. But if you are involved or interested in the Global Genes Peer Support Bootcamp or the freshman orientation, you can reach out to us if you have any questions. And we are happy to, help any way we can, and we're excited to welcome all of our new attendees that will be coming, and we're hoping that the freshman orientation helps get you through the conference and get you connected with people ahead of time so that you have a great week. So then we move on to Wednesday, October 3rd, and we're going to start bright and early with yoga out on the lawn in beautiful Irvine, covered with palm trees. It's going to be great. And then we actually have a patient advocate that's going to be leading our yoga this year, so that's really fun. We have breakfast for everyone. We have the appointment system that's going to be scheduled throughout the day and the week of the conference, where any participants will have the opportunity to connect with each other and make appointments to meet, to talk, to grab a coffee. The idea is that so that you guys get to know each other, ask each other questions, and you can do that on your own time there at the conference. And then our summit starts at 8:15. We have general session. We have 4 tracks going on throughout the day. There'll also be a entrepreneurial readiness boot camp. This is an application process and invitation only for those that are interested in this program. You can also see more information about that at the Global Genes website under the agenda section of the summit. And then Global Genes will be having their 10th birthday party reception that night, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody at that event. Then that takes us to Thursday, October 4th. We'll do yoga again in the morning all together, followed by breakfast, and then, of course, the appointment system where you can continue to connect with each other. We have our general session starting at 8:15, along with the 4 agenda tracks. And then this night's going to be really special. This is when we're doing the Champion of Hope Awards dinner reception. So last year was a little bit different, and this year, with the tribute being separated from this event, we're combining that with the Champion of Hope Awards. So you can expect a nice dinner. We'll have a beautiful reception. We'll go into the ballroom and have a nice dinner and awards with some entertainment that night. So we're really looking forward to everybody that's going to be there at that dinner. And lastly, just some contact information if you do have any questions that relate to the summit. If you are a Foundation Alliance member, you should have received your discount code to register for this summit. If you haven't received your code, or if you have any questions and you haven't registered yet, you can reach out to Laura and she'll be able to assist you with getting your discount code and helping getting you registered. If you would like to sign up for the Freshman Advisor Program, you can email Amy, and she can provide you with some more information about that and get you registered. And then again, first-time attendees, you'll be receiving some more information about the freshman orientation specifically. So if you are interested in that and you are a first-time attendee, please just make sure to mark that when you're going through registration that you are a first-time attendee. That's how we will know to contact you. And we are still looking for room hosts to manage and help with the breakout sessions and our speakers in the morning and the afternoon. If you're interested in that, please contact Ashley Yee, and she'll be able to help you. But that is a huge help for our team, and it helps facilitate getting our speakers to the right place so that sessions run smoothly, and so we would really appreciate your help with that. And with that, I'm going to pass it back over to Amy.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Molly. We have quite a bit going on, and Molly's got her hands full, but she's doing great. I think Ashley is letting me know that we do have some questions out there. Ashley, you want to jump in and go over those questions right now?
Sure. Thanks, Amy. We did have 2 questions, and I thought they'd be really great to share with the rest of our attendees in case anyone else was curious. One question that came in was, when do we know the date of the May 2019 Symposium? And at this time, we do not know the exact date. We do this in correlation with UPenn and the $1 Million Bike Ride, so we are waiting on UPenn to provide us that date, but we do hope to have that date within the next few months, and as soon as we know, we can send out correspondence so that everyone can save that date, but definitely look out for that hopefully by the end of summer. And if, let's see, another question that came in was, will we be having the Summit app again this year? And we will be having our Summit app available again this year, and to my understanding from the events team, we will be launching it 2 weeks prior to the start of Summit. Molly, please correct me if that is not correct.
That's correct. And I was just going to mention that if you did download the app from last year, you will need to re-download a new app for it. So you can go ahead and delete the one from last year if you still have it on your phone, and we'll send out communication about the new one. But we will have the app, and you'll also be able to connect with each other, make your appointments, and all of those items through the app for the conference.
Perfect. Molly, there's also a question I think you may be able to answer. Is the Champion of Hope Awards and dinner included in the price of the summit registration, or is it an additional fee?
It is included. So with your registration fee, the dinner is included in that as well. We have started to receive a few questions if people want to just attend just the dinner and not the entire summit. If you do have any questions about that, go ahead and reach out to the events team or myself, and we can help you with that. But the dinner will be included in your registration.
Wonderful. And then we do have a few questions coming through about the discount codes for our Foundation Alliance members. And for everyone's specific situation or case, if you can go ahead and email Laura B at globalgenes.org or Amy G at globalgenes.org, and they should be able to help answer any questions regarding discount codes and registration fees. Perfect. So those are all the questions for right now. And I believe, Amy, am I up next?
You are next, but I'm going to ask one more question of Molly. How should the attendees dress for the award ceremony, award dinner?
So we have, thanks, Amy. We've gotten that question since we're not doing the tribute this year, but the attire for dinner that night is business casual. So cocktail dresses are fine. Jeans and a nice top is fine, and blazer, but we are asking for business casual. No gowns are necessary, but we do want you to feel free to, at the end of the conference, go freshen up and get dressed up for the dinner.
Thank you.
And actually, Amy, it looks like we might have one question from someone calling in from Janine Mclaughlin, and she's on the phone, and I'm going to go ahead and unmute her real fast. So, Jenny, if you have your question, feel free to go ahead and ask. You are unmuted, so if you have a question.
It's Jeannie Macaluso, and I'm with Cure VCP Disease, and I was wondering, May conference that you have, is it always in Philly, or will it be somewhere else?
Yeah, that conference, the symposium, will always be in Philadelphia because we do partner with the UPenn, University of Pennsylvania, and they have their $1 Million Bike Ride there. So, yes, it will always be in Philadelphia.
Okay, thanks.
Perfect. Again, if anyone else has any questions about any of the slides we've already gone through or have any more questions throughout the rest of the presentations, go ahead and utilize the Q&A function, or go ahead, if you're on the call using your phones, go ahead and you can use the raise your hand icon, and I can go ahead and unmute you to ask your question.
Excellent. All right, Ashley, you are up to talk about our education programs.
Perfect. Well, hi, everyone. Obviously, I'm sure everyone on the phone probably is really familiar with me, but again, my name is Ashley Yee. I'm the Senior Manager at Patient Engagement, and I work with the education program. So for those of you who are new to our alliance, welcome. So I'm going to go over some of our fun education programs that we do have coming up, and a little bit of call to actions for our Foundation Alliance members. So our first one is our Rare Patient Impact Grant. And for those who are new to our alliance, our Impact Grant is going into its 4th year. And this is a program that we have created that is provided through complete individual donorship. And it allows us to provide grants anywhere between $5,000 to $15,000 to foundations in areas of travel support, community support, and community innovation. And our goal is really to help extend the capacity of our foundation and our community members in order to increase support for their personal disease community. If you have questions or would like to know more about the grant program, we do have our guidelines available on our website, but I'm happy to answer any questions or even talk through some of your projects or programs that you would be thinking about, and let you know if those are something that would definitely qualify into our Rare Patient Impact Grant program. So some key dates to just kind of look for is our letter of intent submissions did open on June 1st, and they will be closing on August 10th, 2018. We'll be reviewing the letter of intent submissions, and then if they are approved, we will send you the full link to submit a full application. We are going to have a FAQ webinar held next week, June 26th. I'm sorry, I actually didn't put the time on here, but it is 10 a.m. Pacific time. And we will be going over the process of how to apply for the grant. We'll be going over any questions, some commonly asked questions, as well as some new changes and new updates to the program. I've attached the register here link, and when we send out these slides after this webinar, you'll go ahead and be able to access that. But it is on our website again at the Rare Grants homepage. Again, if you have questions, feel free to email myself at raregrants@globalgenes.org. And then I think that's it. There is a couple questions. I will see if those relate to the grant. The slides will be able, will we get the slides so we can click on the link to register for the webinars? Yes. Yes, we will provide the slides within 48 hours, so all of these links will be viable to click on, so it'll take you straight to the registration pages. We also have our quarterly Rare webinar. This coming up in just a few weeks on July 11th at 10 o'clock Pacific time. Registration is now open if you want to go ahead and register. If you don't think you'll be able to make it but would still like to know the information, please feel free to register anyways, because we do send personal emails when the recording is available and slides will be available for public viewing. And our summer webinar is going to be on collaboration with foundations. So how do different foundations with different disease groups learn to collaborate together and reach the same goals? We're going to be having Kelly Rinaldo and Kari Rosbeck, respectively, who have done some great work in the fields of collaboration with other rare disease groups. And so it'll be a great time to kind of learn some best practices and get some inside information on how to reach out to other foundations, how to meet the same goals and work together. So it'll be really exciting, and I hope you'll all be able to join us for that. We also have our 2019 Rare Toolkit getting ready to launch out. We are looking to get some topics into the queue. And so I would love to ask that the Foundation Alliance submit any of your suggestions to myself at ashley@globalgenes.org. Prior to Kendall departing from us, she did submit a survey. And if you still have that link to the survey, feel free to access your suggestions through that link as well. But we did get some feedback already, and some of our top suggestions so far is in organization and capacity development, and specifically with staff, volunteers. We also had some interest in learning about registries, as well as how to fund and start research for your disease community. So these are all really great topics. We would love to hear more of what you guys need from Global Genes and what we can try to produce for you to help better educate all of our community. So please, again, feel free to submit any of your topic suggestions to me, and I'm happy to discuss those further with the patient engagement team and hopefully get those out to you guys next year. I know a lot of you have maybe heard about Rare University, and we are excited to announce that Rare University is now live. You may have seen it in some of our newsletters, and we're really excited. This has been an initiative that we started about a couple years ago. It is a full online learning module, and it is going to be like a actual classroom style learning. And so there'll be actually core classes as well as elective classes. We do have intention of, in our first phase of Rare University, releasing courses in drug development, genetics 101, policy and legislation, as well as the history and landscape of rare disease. This is really exciting for us, and right now we do have our drug development course online, so definitely check out Rare University. It is free, and the modules will be up permanently, so you can always go back to them, but definitely register onto Rare University and check out the drug development course. It is a really great learning opportunity. And if you have suggestions of future courses that we should be providing, whether core courses or electives, we, again, would love to hear from you and find out what else we can continue to educate our community on. But definitely check it out. It's a really great new learning tool and platform. So we also, Amy wanted me to also touch on our David Arcox Scholarship and Family Matching Program. This is a relaunch. Our wonderful former Global Genes member, Carrie Austria, had initiated this program a few years ago, and we took a couple years break from it But we are back, and we are very excited that the year 2018 was very successful. We had 211 students apply, with 51 schools participating in our program, and over 1,400 families and patients signed up to participate. So obviously, we were not able to match every patient with a student, but we were very excited for how many students and patients and families were excited about this opportunity in order to help medical students better understand rare disease, the rare disease landscape, and most importantly, compassion for the everyday challenges our rare families face. It's very exciting. The medical students, after their matchup, are able to submit an essay to discuss more about their experience and hopefully how they plan to bring this program into their practice and their experience into their practice. We do have 3 scholarships that we do award, and those will be announced in July. And we'll also make available all of their essays, and some of them submitted audio recordings as well as editorials, and we'll be able to make all of those available. So if any of you or your community members participated in this, it'll be a great chance to see hopefully what the medical students learned from all of you. Of course, we are already ramping up for 2019. So if you are interested in participating as a patient or family, let me know, or if you'd like some more information about it to share with your community, I'm happy to answer any of those questions or provide more information. And more importantly, we would love to have more students get involved. So if you have any connections to medical schools through either the universities or different professors or teaching hospitals, it would be really great to get connected to those people. So if you have those connections, feel free to reach out to me. I would really love to introduce myself and try getting more schools involved in this really, really wonderful program. And that's it for me. And so I will go ahead and pass this off to Maureen, who will do a little bit of a poster training session.
Thank you so much. Good morning or afternoon, depending on where you are, everybody. I am Maureen Hart, and I work with the Medical and Scientific Advisory Board at Global Genes, as well as on developing some of the content and speakers for our symposium that we talked about with the University of Pennsylvania, and then also, of course, our annual summit in the fall. And I would like to talk to you today a little bit about preparing posters. So I think a lot of people might be becoming more familiar with this idea as more and more people attend family workshops as well as scientific conferences. The idea of posters is really beginning to take root within the community and think about ways that it could be used to communicate to researchers, to patients, to industry even. And so I just wanted to give a really brief overview of posters, what they are, how you might put them together, and give some resources. And then, of course, if you have any questions or if you wanted to get some additional help, you could always feel free to reach out to us, and we're happy to direct you as best we can. So starting off, what is a poster presentation? And this here is a picture that if you've been to a scientific conference, you might be familiar with. They have many, many posters, sometimes hundreds of posters set up in a very giant room. And the idea about a poster is really that it's designed to present a project, a research project, or perhaps another program effort using text and visuals in a really, really clear and concise way. So it all fits on that one page. The posters are very common at scientific conferences, but they are really being used in so many other places, including other types of research conferences, as well as program and service meetings. And the main idea with a poster is that it really encapsulates the main critical points of a project or research project or a program effort without any additional explanation. So somebody should be able to come and look at the poster and be able to get the main ideas, the main results, the critical points without any additional resources needed. So why might you consider doing a poster presentation? And you can see here there's a word cloud that's actually taken from Digital Scholar, but it encapsulates a lot of the reasons for presenting a poster presentation as well, to educate, to give examples, to present research, to provide some open communication. But, you know, the end result is it's a great way to share knowledge and experience, either, again, on a research project or a program effort that you've put together. It's a way that you can discuss that project with a large, very large group of people as people walk by and view the poster, but yet you can still get very individualized feedback. It's a great way to talk one-on-one with people who are interested in the project. Finally, it's a wonderful, wonderful networking opportunity. Primarily because posters are often listed in conference programs, and so your contact information, your organization's name, and the name of the poster, which will involve the research project or the program effort, will be included in conference programs and made available to people who either weren't able to join the conference or perhaps were at the conference but weren't able to come and talk with you and can reach out to you at a later date. So one of the things, of course, is where might you present a poster? And again, scientific conferences are one place. If you are working with a researcher, if you're working with an industry researcher, if you're funding your own research projects within your organization, a scientific conference is a great place to think about presenting a poster. There's also workshops, family conferences. This is a great way to think about having a broad effort of sharing information from a lot of different groups, from a lot of different individual families. And another possibility is research days that are sponsored by universities, perhaps, or industry. For many of these, there is an application process with deadlines, so be sure to take a look at that when you're looking for places where you might be able to present a poster. So probably one of the main questions is, what on earth should we put on our poster? What kind of information should be included? And of course, you want to have some kind of a title that really summarizes, again, the research project or the program effort, authors and the organizations that you're with. And then you begin to provide the background for the project, an introduction where it has the research question or the program background, why is it important, a methods or a process, or even you could call it a reflections section, which is really designed to talk about what was it that you did, what was the program, and how you did it. And of course, the big question would be, did it work? Or what were the challenges? If you're thinking about programs, what might have been a key to the success? Were there any workshops, or was that part of the program? And then finally, your conclusions. Why is it important, and perhaps even next steps? And then the final bits of either acknowledgments of other people who worked with you or other organizations, literature cited, and of course, contact information, so somebody can reach out with additional questions or again, some ideas about collaboration. So what software might you want to use to make a poster? PowerPoint is probably absolutely the most common way to go. There is a tremendous amount of advice online about using PowerPoint to put together a poster presentation. There are also some additional paid programs like Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop and InDesign. These are a little bit more complex to use. The graphics is probably a little bit better, but it can be fairly expensive and take a little while to learn if you're not already familiar with the program. There are also open source or free alternatives that you could use, such as Google Slides. There's a program called Open Office, and they're open source programs that mirror Microsoft's Office, and the version of PowerPoint is called Impress. There's also a program called Inkscape, which is graphics design. And so all of these are really valid ways to try and to use and put together a poster. what layout might you use? So there's two primary layouts. One is where you do a complete piece, and you have all of the information on what is essentially one giant piece of paper. And the second option is to do multiple panels, where you have almost individual slides from a presentation, if you will, and they're arranged on the poster board in a sequential layout. But the main thing is really to try and make sure that the main information that you want people to get is right in the center and the top middle. And if you can see here, I took a picture. I've adapted it from the University of Wisconsin-Madison's Writing Center. The website is available below. To think about in that middle triangle, that's where you want to concentrate the important information, your results, your conclusion, your title. And then on either side of it, starting with the left, you would have some support information. So on the left, you could think about having introduction or methods. And then on the right, that's where you would put the support information of acknowledgement, contact information, literature cited if you're using it. Posters are frequently, the standard size is 48 inches by 36 inches, 4 feet by 3 feet, but meetings can be different, so make sure that you check with whatever meeting you're presenting at and confirm the size of the poster. You never want to be coming with a poster that's too small, or perhaps a poster that doesn't fit on the display that they've arranged. Posters are usually oriented horizontally, but again, check with your meeting to confirm that. As you might imagine, this is a way to communicate information with people who are walking by, so it needs to be something that can be read very easily. So use very, very large fonts. I think there's probably some online advice about this, but generally you're looking at least 36-point font. It should be able to be read from about 3 to 5 feet away. So the big major points should be very visible. Of course, should be very graphic. You should have graphics, pictures, data presented in a visual way as much as possible. But make sure to include labels so that they're very easy to understand. Again, getting back to that idea that it should be something that presents all the information without any needed additional supplemental information. And then try and keep roughly about 30 to 40% of the poster as white space. Don't cram everything in there, because that makes it incredibly difficult to read, even if the fonts are quite large. So how would you go about preparing for a poster presentation? So typically, although not always, poster presentations have a period of time where the author or one of the authors of the poster is available at the poster to answer any questions or discuss the project further with people who are interested in passing by. So you want to be sure to develop a short elevator pitch of the presentation if somebody stops by and wants a little bit more information. Of course, you should be ready to answer any questions. And the key point here is, though, to be able to really talk about the project or the program effort without reading the poster. So be very familiar with the project and be ready to talk about it without having to refer back to the poster. So last, I wanted to leave you with just a few sources for additional information. If you go online, there are an incredibly large number of available resources right now that are quite good. I just pulled out a few that I've found very helpful and very clear. Colorado State University, New York University, UCLA, University of Wisconsin-Madison, which I think is quite honestly one of the better ones that I've seen, and Northern Arizona University. They do mostly focus on research projects. UCLA does have quite a bit of information also on program efforts. service learning efforts. So that might be a good one to take a look at some different formats if you're not presenting a research project, but you're rather presenting perhaps a program that your organization has put together. And there are also a lot of other resources available online. So again, if you find yourself thinking about putting a poster presentation together, please take a look at these resources, and please consider Global Genes a resource as well. We're happy to help as best we can. Thanks so much.
Great. Thank you so much, Maureen. Ashley, I believe we have some questions out there.
We do. So we actually had someone make a suggestion, and Gay Grossman actually had suggested that as a patient organization, they struggled a little bit in how to make a poster. They ended up contacting a researcher that they network with and asked if they had a student who might be interested in helping them. After one phone call they made, they were able to thank them really nicely because they did have the student help them. And they said they think it's for an overwhelming project for families, so they might be interested in asking for help. So that's a really great, another resource to extend out to. So thank you, Gay, for making that suggestion for our Foundation Alliance. We also had a question come in regarding posters at our summit from BJ. Will the summit in October have any type of poster session to provide the opportunity to learn what other groups may be doing in regards to research/programs? So this year, we actually are very excited to say that we will be having posters at our summit. Because it is our first year doing posters, we did limit it, and only our Rare Grant awardees from the year 2018 will be presenting posters this year. It's only going to be a small group of 7, I believe. We are just doing it as a trial run basis. We hope that it will be very successful this year. And if it is, we will definitely be trying to add it in to our future summits. We believe it is from the patient engagement side especially, we believe this is a really great opportunity, and our summit can be a great platform for a lot of our foundation members to start learning about this process. So if you will be attending our summit, we highly encourage you to stop by our posters. We will have designated time, but we will be encouraging our poster presenters to be there during networking times to discuss more about their projects and programs. But if you are at our summit, check them out. And if you enjoy having poster sessions, please make sure you provide us feedback so that we can take it back to our events team and our leadership and try to make sure that posters become a set part of our summit. We would, again, love to get your feedback on that and create more opportunities for our Foundation Alliance members. So hopefully it will be something very promising for all of you guys, and hopefully you guys will also enjoy learning about what some of our foundations are doing in the community. Does our Foundation Alliance members have any other questions? Again, you can utilize the Q&A function on the right-hand side, or if you are on a phone, you can use the raise your hand feature, and I can unmute you if you have any more questions about anything we've gone over today.
Excellent. I guess we did a great job at getting the information out there. But again, if you have any questions, let us know. Ashley, can you go and jump to the next slide, please?
Yes, I can. Give me 1 second.
Thank you so much.
There we go.
Okay. We are actually finishing a few minutes early, so we'll get you out a little early. Maybe you can go for that Starbucks run this morning. But again, if you have any questions, please reach out and let us know. If you have any questions regarding the Foundation Alliance, how we can help you or how you want to get more involved, email me, Amy Grover. I'd be happy to chat. If you want to get to know us a little bit more, let us know, and we would love to jump on a call. If you have any information or any questions regarding the summit and the events that are upcoming and the Denim Dash, please let Molly know. Molly would be happy to answer your questions regarding that. And always with the resources that we have out there, Ashley does a fantastic job utilizing the community to move those resources forward, put the resources out there that you're looking for. So if you have any questions on those, please reach out to Ashley. They are all online, and they are for your use for free. And if you need toolkits for an event, things like that, let us know. We want to get the information out there and relevant information. So if you find something that is missing, let Ashley know, and we'll look into it. And, of course, with Maureen, who is fantastic on our team, if you have any questions regarding the poster presentation, let Maureen know, and she would be happy to, to answer those questions. And, again, we are going to give these slides out to everyone that is on the call. We'll also be posting it on the Foundation Alliance Facebook page, and so you can go back over them. But, again, if anyone has any questions, let us know. But we'll get you out of here a little bit early. And thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to our next quarterly call. That's going to be in September 19th. I can't believe how fast time flies. That'll be bumping up right against our summit. So we'll have quite a bit, information about our summit and upcoming events and, of course, things going on in 2019. So we hope you join us then. Everyone, have a fantastic day.